Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here with another video to entertain or assist you in becoming the better Mortal Kombat player. And this video is all about Konquest Week 9 matches. This was a rough start for me, because I signed up knowing that I had to work till 5:30. So I looked at the schedule for the event and I was like, okay, well, if I get a bye, my first match will start at 5:30, then I have half an hour to do it. So I went and got off work, and I actually checked into the match a minute before I was going to be DQ'd, and I wasn't even home yet. It's kind of a dick move to my opponent, so I'm sorry to Jamil. And then as soon as I got home, I just immediately turned on my PlayStation, invited him, and then started. So it's kind of rough for me going in with no warm-up. But this first gentleman here, he's got a really good Johnny Cage. I really like the staggers that he did with the 1-1 into the throw. See, I just did down 4 into the rune. I tried to do down 4 EX rune. I got the purple spell by mistake. Instant neutral jump punch goes, why the fluff not? I knew he was going to break, so I tried to jump over him anyways. Just because if he breaks, at least he puts himself in the corner and he's got no meter. So he took the first round there, that was good. And boom. Oh. Drops the combo. Again, another throw. He hits me with a lot of throws. Now, my key to this matchup that I was doing was, I really didn't want him to get any meter to get access to the EX Shadow Kick to get in. So I tried to keep him at no meter at all. And then I put up the armor spell. And I didn't want to use any meter here at all, really. So I wanted to make sure, I have the life lead, as long as I can keep him full screen. I used the bar meter, that was dumb. Then I pulled this out for some reason. Don't even stand in it. But I wanted to go into the last round with as much meter as possible, and for him to have as little meter as possible. And I'm still building up a bar. Oh yeah, EX Skydrop is doing what EX Skydrop does. Never working, ever. Actually, I think it works once in one of my later matches, but that's a different story. Yeah, really just want to try and keep him out here. That was a weird thing for me to do. Jump in and try and skull. Really tried to stay in my circle there so I could steal his meter with the trance, which I did. Or knockdown. Get. I should always stagger standing 1, because if he does the delayed wake up, then my overhead will whiff. So I gotta remember to do that. Armor spell up again. So that was smart use of the interactable there. Instead of armoring out, he just used the interactable. And in here with the sky drop, and we are good to go. Okay, so game 2. I believe he switches. No, he sticks to A-list. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about Johnny right now. I feel that A-list could still be his strongest variation. Sun Double's got some good stuff and did well out of the gate after the patch, but I don't know. I find people have more success against me and Quan anyways with A-list. So anyway, much the same as my last strategy. I'm just trying to kind of keep him away. That was a good stagger into throw. Yeah, that was just a good read by me. I guess. I don't even remember doing that, but kind of the heat of the moment is a lot of it is instincts. After kind of playing in tournaments and being in the same situations over and over and over again, like the neutral game and just specific, sometimes it's game specific stuff like that, you just kind of get a feel for what your opponent wants to do or what your opponent is going to do. And that's kind of the big thing where it comes to experienced tournament players versus a lot of the newer players, is they're very good with characters, they're very good with combos and setups and stuff like that. But I find that a lot of them falter in the clutch moments, or the kind of moments like that where, it's all about reading your opponent and stuff. But that was kind of tricky for me. I'm like, oh, now you're up close? Never mind, now I'm over here. Here's the skull. Oh. Okay, EX Skydrop somehow worked there. That's cool. I'll take that. So now I'm up 2-0 on young Jamil. I don't know he's young. I just call everybody young. Everybody's young something. So we're going into this last match with fresh young Johnny Cage. And that was one thing I noticed the whole match, is he didn't try and armor or interrupt my EX rune staggers at all. That's a big thing when you're playing the Quan Chi matchup. You want to make sure that you're not letting him get away with any enhanced runes, that you armor through them or whatnot. I mean, Johnny Cage is pretty safe armor. He can do the shadow kick, so it'll hit him if you block it, and it'll hit him if it enhances it, and then if it blocks it, it's safe. So it's a good option to do against Quan, just to let him know that you're aware that you can't armor that. Okay. I was gonna say I flashed there like I tried to use armor, but I'm not sure what I was trying to do. I think I was trying to use the interactable in the corner, but I got hit out of it, or I made a wrong input. It's probably more likely I made a wrong input. That's my new thing now, ever since the patch. When I break, I dash forward, and then I do overhead into the EX rune. It gets everybody, not exactly sure why. I didn't commit to the low string there. I should have, though. Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Okay, final round. Let's go to the face. Let's go to the face, or the foot, I guess, wherever it hit. Yeah, then I want to take away his means to get in safely. Keep him on my bay. I see that he's ducking, preparing for the skulls. So now I just start throwing runes at him so he can't duck. Now I'm kind of in a bit of trouble here. Make a risky poke, but don't capitalize off it. Okay, there I went for it and got armor broken. And I kind of get the feeling that he was going for lots of throws here, and I think I tech one or two of them. Or I don't, and I just get the combo for the win. It's kind of hard to remember. My dog's going crazy too, and it's really distracting me. But so that was set 1 against Jamil, and I believe my next set is against a Takeda player. Okay, so True Blue Wolf. I've played this guy a couple times before in this tournament. Pretty nice guy. He always sends messages afterwards saying good games and all that stuff, so it's pretty neat. Takeda matchup is kind of interesting for Quan. It used to be really, really bad before the last patch. There wasn't really anything you could do once he locked you down, started his pressure. It's just kind of like you have to get your stuff going first or just kind of die. But they've adjusted him now. They've got some gaps in his strings and pressure and stuff. So he's certainly not as strong as he once was, a shadow of his former self. But still effective nonetheless. He's still got, decent pressure and strings and range and all that stuff. I remember like way back when they first showed Takeda on the NetherRealm stream, and I was like, oh my god, that guy's broken. He can reach like full screen with all of his freaking whips and stuff. How are you supposed to get close and blah blah blah? But they did a pretty good job balancing him right off the gate, and unfortunately the rest of the game was kind of a mess. But Takeda was not as broken. He got he was actually like really low tier, and then they buffed him, and then he became like super top tier, and then they nerfed him, and now he is where he is. I dropped that combo. That sucks. Oh, see, that was I was scared to commit to that. I've been timing that wrong lately. I do the forward 2-1-2, and then I do like a slight walk backwards, and then I do a back 1 trance to punish their pokes. And look, they got a couple lag spikes in here somewhere, and that can kind of be like telling of what kind of connection your opponent's playing on. And I'm not knocking him at all. I'm not saying like, oh, you did so well against me because of the connection. There's nothing like that. But generally when you're playing somebody and the connection is really good, and then every once in a while you'll get like a really random spike out of nowhere, you usually tell that that's when they're playing on Wi-Fi, because it's hard for a connection to continuously do download and upload at the same time, which kind of needs to do it for video games. So that could be like a telling sign. And if you're on Wi-Fi, keep an eye out for it. All of a sudden it just starts to lag on you out of nowhere when the connection is perfectly fine. Anyways, back to the match. I hit the interactable. Yeah, I don't really fear Takeda on Wake Up as much anymore, now that he doesn't have an armored launcher on Wake Up. I know that he has to use 2 bars for it, so if he wants to, go ahead, but that's your breaker. Especially against Armor Circle Quan. Here's my mix-ups with the Bonehawk Shuffle. Oh, standing 1 stagger. Oh, standing 1 stagger. 1, 2. Oh, Bonehawk Shuffle. Oh, jumped over me. I'm just going to throw you back. And runes. You can get pretty much a free rune after a throw. a forward throw with Quan. Hit the Quan. Quan hits the throw. Poking more. Zoning. Oh. Yeah, every once in a while I try to interrupt that, and I really shouldn't. I should just kind of block and take it. That's kind of like the rough thing. Yeah, there's another leg spike. That's a rough thing about me playing Quan is Quan kind of sucks defensively, and I think that like my historically I've been a pretty good defensive player, but for some reason with Quan I don't block nearly as much as I need to. I'm always trying to find like the small gap to jump out, the small gap to poke out, somewhere to use an interactable or just something. Just sitting there and blocking is just not a good thing for me. That was a hard read, but I had a life lead, so I went for it. It's actually surprisingly difficult to zone out Takeda with Quan. Just because that kunai recovers so fast, it's kind of hard to get your stuff going. I managed to do it there. Now round up, boys. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, dang. Really? You had to? I guess you're round up, so why not? Could have at least teched the throw there. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah, because I was so late coming home from work, like I got my first match done like at the very last minute, and then I had to go straight into this match because this young gentleman was being very patient with me, and didn't really get a chance to play any warm-up at all other than these two games. Which, like I said, I'm sorry, didn't mean to sound like an excuse. I'm just watching myself. I'm like, that's not how I always play. I play better than that sometimes, or maybe I don't. I don't know. Either way, I'm winning, so that's what matters. There's a low into the kunai that I completely disrespected for some reason. That was not a smart idea. You should respect the options. He is slow after that, but not that slow. There we go, 141, and probably... Oh no, I put the armor up. Interesting. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I probably want to steal his meter right now because he's pretty close to a breaker, but no, apparently I wanted the armor. Pride myself on having a very good strategy with meter stealing and armor. I always try and keep them like below 2 bars a meter at all times. Preferably have none. Like I like to make them play the entire match with no meter, but it's not always possible, especially with Takeda, who's got really good rushdown options. Okay, here I use the EX trance, and I'm really trying to figure out a way. I panicked afterwards. I'm like, he's gonna break if I do anything. And then I just mash pokes and eventually got him. But kind of a rough first match against Takeda, trying to shake the rust off and whatnot. Or second match. Was that second match? I've already lost track. I'm just talking, chatting your guys' ear off. I'm sure you guys are like, just shut up, we want to watch the matches. Did you enjoy that? Is that silence? Is that really what you want? Anyways. Usually when I see Takeda's do that down, is it down 3? Or, I think it's down 3. The poke, they always go into the forward 1 afterwards, and Quan's forward 3 will beat that out. It'll low profile the first hit of that string there. If they do it following that little low poke that Takeda's always do. So every time I see the low poke, I just counter poke with down 3. Because it is a good down 3 that Takeda has. And he's right to lead into it. Not a whole lot of characters can really challenge that the way that Quan does, but it's the way that Quan's down 3 lowers hitboxes and stuff. It's well worth it. 2-1 EX rune. You don't see that too often. I just use 2 bars a meter, but fuck it, sue me, right? Oh, that didn't kill him. Freak out. Use an interactable. Oh my god. Tried to keep it unbreakable, and now look what you did. There we go. We got the down 3.
Death approaches. Round 2. Fight.
Round 2? Oh, that was a good jump back into that. That was the first time he used that, so... Yeah, that's what they always do. The down 3 into the... And I go for the big daddy combo damage, but unfortunately I dropped the combo. So it's sometimes better to go for a more consistent combo. But that's a fun string to hit confirm. The back 1-2 into trance. I don't think this is quite going to kill him. Ooh. Well, he had no meter, so I guess there wasn't much he could do there anyways. I was gonna say I should put the armor up, but whatever. We got this. We got this. So I think that's it for that young gentleman. Yeah, it is. So we move on to the next one. And this one is one that I has like... I looked at the bracket and I was like, oh man, I have to fight this guy? That sucks. And I had a little bit of a vendetta against him just because he was on Twitter saying that everybody that did good early on in the game wouldn't be able to keep up with everybody else after the patch. Like all the OGs and the people like me that were doing well in the ESL Season 1. They're like, oh, once the patch hits and y'all get nerfed, you won't be able to do anything. So I kind of quoted him on Twitter and I was like, oh, what are you talking about, man? But he never responded to me, so I'm not sure if he even cared about me. So it was just a little thing that was in the back of my mind when I was playing this. Anyway, he went with Spectral Ermac, which is actually a really annoying matchup for Quan Chi, because he can kind of just float in the top corner and there's not really a whole lot I can do. I just kind of have to hope that he comes and gets me. So here we go. I'm stealing all the meters because that's what we do with Sorcerer. And I should have seen that one coming, but I didn't. Down 3 standing 1 throw, and oh, see, I tried to do a skull there because I knew he was going to wake up, but unfortunately it didn't come out in time because that headbutt wake up is really good.
Round 2, fight.
And he throws a barrel of fun. Yeah, you also got to be wary of the teleport he can do in the air here too. Yeah, just like that. Fortunately for me, he didn't convert off that, but that's what kind of makes it tough, is it seems like it's really in his advantage. Oh, I missed the trance. Yeah, I was kind of nervous playing this. I kind of remember that. He broke. And he's kind of a... I think he's kind of a good example, I think, of what I was talking about earlier about tournament experience versus... You know, like, he's got a very good character, very strong character. But some of the choices that he makes are questionable at times. His meter management wasn't quite as good this round as it could have been. And he's just super aggressive. That's plus. What are you going to do, really? I mean, plus into plus into plus. Don't think he had any meter to armor the gap there, and I kind of knew that, so I just kept the... Wasted all my meter for the chip out. Here's the mix. Set play, I missed my punish on that. Usually my punish on that is on 100% of the time. But yeah, I think it was Capitan Asian Man that was asking me how sometimes after the EX runes, his jump and punch will whiff. And it really varies depending on what combo you use. Like you see there, I was close to the corner, so I waited. It's kind of a hard convert, but you kind of wait till you get close to the corner and then just jump over him. But if you do the 1-2 EX rune and I believe it's forward 4 EX rune, or no, forward 2-1-2-2 into standing 4 trance, that's when you can get the jump and punch. I tried an anti-air in there, but it didn't work. Now we're going to use a skull here because I feel he was going to wake up with Mystic Push, and he did.
Round 2.
Yeah, I forgot he switched to Mystic, actually. Wanted that push, but actually I find this matchup for some reason quite simple. And I don't necessarily think that it's in Quan Chi's favor. But it's just a matchup that I'm really familiar with, and I feel like I know this matchup more than any other Ermac player knows the Quan matchup, so it's one of those things, I guess. Here's some more mix-ups with the Bonehawk Shuffle. What's he gonna do? Well, poke, anti-air, didn't get the trance again. That would be the story of this whole tournament. I've dropped that way more than I really should. That neutral jump punch again! Frickin' I dropped the this is hard for me to watch, guys. Anyone that's watched my ranked videos knows that when I'm just chilling, playing games, you know. That I was mad that lived. I remember that. I remember being like, fuck, that might have just cost me the game. I tried to do the low one, but for some reason I totally fucked up the input or something. I guess I must have been nervous. And I don't want him to have any meter because I don't want that push. Because he's stealing my meter when he gets that push. Should have done skull there, but what do I know? I'm just a Quan Chi player from Canada. Here. Finally, I was trying to do that. He got me with it like 3 times. And I finally got it. Which sucks for him because it puts him in the corner, so I'm not exactly sure why he would do it to begin with, but I should have committed to that string. Didn't want to commit to the low attack. Should have though. And there's my ghetto reset. Jump back, standing 3 throw. Didn't quite kill him. Oh no, what do you do? Oh, now he's stealing my life back. What's gonna happen? The crowd goes wild. And down 3 skull. When the fuck has he ever done that? Oh my god, people lose their shit. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, third match. So he goes back to Spectral. Uses the interactable right off the bat. And, oh, that's a punish. And not only is that a punish, but I'm going to steal that breaker that you almost built up. With my patented meter stealing rune setup. That I didn't actually invent, I don't think. I mean, I think I found it on my own, but I didn't invent it. Because I never started playing Sorcerer until recently. I do miss Summoner sometimes, but I don't know. I think in this meta, the way that the game is made right now, Sorcerer is just a better tournament choice, so, you know, play to win a little bit. I mean, I could really go play to win and just do nothing but top tiers, but I love Quan, and I want to see Quan be represented more. So I'll leave the Summoner stuff to Saki, because he seems to have more success with them than I do. And I'll keep the Sorcerer dream alive. Anyway, here goes jumping off shit again. He took the first round. I was talking while he did that. So there's a 1-2-8 route. You can get the jump in punch, and then if you're in the corner, get the neutral jump punch. If you're better than me, you can actually not drop the combo. One thing about Spectral, they does have really swag combos. He drops it too. Okay, so he's no better than I am. Catch him coming in with the down 3, one of my favorite fussy tools. You're ducking, they come in. Down 3 just totally shuts down whatever option they wanted to do. Oh, mixed up with a Bone Hawk Shuffle. Oh, you're going to block it, bro? That's another one in the corner. You do stagger forward 2-1-2 and then do standing 4, because they always try and jump after that, and standing 4 will catch their jumps. Plus frames. Down 3, standing 1 throw. Wish I had $1 for every time I said that, I really do. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to steal as much meter as I could there. Not exactly sure, but I was like, please break. I have a lot of health right now, and I want you to break. And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna fly away. What you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? Oh, how about jump off a fucking tiger? And that's the end of the match, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my commentary today. If you want to see the commentator version of me versus Silvereye, head over to the Patreon page, because I'm going to have that posted. And if it's your first time here, subscribe, because we make videos like this all the time. And if you enjoyed it, leave a like. Hashtag Bonehawks and all that stuff. And we will see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.